So, Pokemon Sword and Shield. I think I've made my thoughts on this game abundantly clear, but it's not all bad on this one. Gen 8 wasn't a complete failure. Today I'm going to be talking about and discussing 3 things about the game I think were okay, actually. And I am definitely not doing this at gunpoint. Oh, yeah, also as a bonus thing, I'm not going to be talking about the DLC. I'm going to be keeping this to the base experience. The first thing that Sword and Shield I feel really did right, and this is something I think everyone felt about it when it first released, is that the quality of life additions made to it were all fairly natural. The only one I can think of that some people have issue with is the box link. But, as someone who doesn't like the presence of the experience share, I think that the box link is nothing but a time saver. It only means you don't have to run back to the Pokemon Center when you catch new Pokemon you don't want to use, and it's outright disabled during gyms, which is the only real place it could break anything. That can be said about almost all of the other changes. You no longer need heart scales to relearn moves. Nature Mints are a perfect solution to the dissonance of needing to train up new Pokemon for competitive, rather than just using the ones you used on your playthrough. Sword and Shield made it so that the vitamin items, calcium, iron, etc., can now max out EVs, making it easier than ever to train up a Pokemon for competitive. Or maybe something else. With Pokemon now being easier than ever to train up to their maximum potential, the main activity you would first think of is Pokemon's robust competitive scene. But Sword and Shield actually has a fairly in-depth side mode for you to use your strongest Pokemon. The new raid system. The raid system is probably the single best new feature brought in by the recent games, finally bringing a proper player versus enemy experience to the series. Not only is it just a good idea to have a mode where you work together with your friends rather than just battling them, the raids themselves can be genuinely challenging, requiring cooperation and a ton of pre-planning. No one strategy can take on every single raid. And the raids feed back into the main gameplay loop, as they're now the main way to earn rare items and technical machines. I'm extremely happy the system persists into the next generation. Also, I know I wouldn't talk DLC, but shoutouts to the Crown Tundra's max raid adventures being a fantastic expansion to the raid idea. But that's all gameplay. And I've talked before about how I don't really like this game's story and this game's new set of Pokemon, but, however, there is a thematic thread throughout Sword and Shield that I greatly appreciate. Every Pokemon game, I feel, goes into themes of environmentalism and the relationship between humanity and nature. The overwhelming response from Pokemon, clearly to me, is that man and nature can not only coexist, but thrive together. Sword and Shield, however, desires to show the other side of the coin, that we can destroy our environment. Many of the new Pokemon introduced fit this new theme, most obviously Galarian and Corsola being based on coral bleaching, a direct result of global warming, alongside the Galarian fossils, stitched together abominations made by some scientist playing God, based on the Bone Wars in Europe. And this isn't just a meaningless, "oh man is truly evil, ah jeez man, we really destroy ourselves, maybe we're the virus," nothing message. This game is explicitly clear on what is causing this. At the launch of Sword and Shield, many, myself included, considered Chairman Rose to be the weakest antagonist of the franchise far and away. His actions seem almost completely nonsensical. His motivations to solve the energy crisis not only feel unwarranted, but just stupid. Everything he did seems so senseless. But then I thought about it more. Rose is a rich CEO who claims to be altruistic, who wants to solve issues facing all of humanity, but listens to no one on how to go about this. He takes reckless actions that place the entire region at risk. At the time of the game's release, I thought Rose announcing the Darkest Day on live television felt stupid and unrealistic. But these days, it feels like billionaires are announcing Darkest Days every day. I can't see Rose as anything more than a warning. They knew. They knew what was going to happen. Does any of this mean I like the game? No. I'm gonna go to bed now.